Well, I
All
don't know.
right, we are live with the coverage of the first round of the World Cup. I'm Roy Rogers of the White Book. I'm joined by my friend and yours, Aaron Glazer, to bring you this game of Derek Shoemaker versus Gabrielle Rayner, Team USA versus Team Austria. How you doing this morning, Glazer?
I'm pretty good. Welcome to the Jingoism Cup.
Okay. Oh, they'll appreciate that when this is on YouTube. Uh, Today we're going to be streaming House Stark, played by our close personal friend. So I will say, not only as Americans are we biased, but Derek is a former teammate of ours and a good friend of ours, um, playing Stark Crossing. Does Derek have any experience with that deck, Glazer?
I don't think Derek has ever played Stark before in a tournament. Stark is completely unknown to him. He is, as near as I can tell, purely a Targaryen Lannister player. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm not sure why Team USA would put Derek on Stark.
Yeah, I don't know either. It seems like it's just a really weird choice. Giving up, it's a leak in their game plan. And considering how much effort Alex Black put into this, how many hours that they poured in, I'm so surprised they would put somebody who's just never flipped white cards before, up as their Stark person. So then, since
Wait,
that's the
you want me to really cause controversy? No, I
so
won't
no, I
say
don't
it.
want you to cause
I
controversy.
won't say it.
So let's turn to the deck that you know that Derek is facing here. This Bara deck, Bara Lion. What do you think about this?
I don't know. This deck is weird. It's like half shadows, half cancel. Um, but like the shadows, it's just running one Mandan and one Robert. It's running like I guess a King's card package, kinda, sorta.
Oh,
It's a cool deck. It's running a lot of very, very cool cards.
all right. Derek has got the game up. We're gonna jump into it in just a second. And yep, they hosted it. Oh,
I did
hello.
shit cancel.
All right. Um, all right. World Cup. Oh my God. World Cup. No spaces. Come on, Rogers. World Cup.
We are joined by Gandhi in this room. Very interesting.
Yep, I will have it up in just a second for folks. There we go. I'm just
Also,
working to get all the different fiddly stuff.
are you in here on two different
I
accounts?
am on there on two different accounts to make this new feature work that I
Okay.
have, which will be the game log. I have to have two different instances of Iron Throne rank Glazer. What a way to spoil the behind the scenes technology. So yes, I'm using
I
no
looked down
longer
and
is my secret. Well, I don't test competitively anymore, so having a secret account doesn't really matter much.
we just
So
lost.
Derek, right?
Oh, yeah, Derek.
But yes, I am at launching a new feature with today's stream where you'll be able to see the game log. It's a little fiddly, so it's going to take a little bit of setup at the beginning of the game, but it should be it should improve the quality of the overall experience.
I don't know if Derek can actually start the tournament if he left and rejoined. It used to be that didn't work. We might
Well,
have
we'll see. We might have to rejoin. They might be having issues.
the only reset in this game is going to be Velardohitis. First snow. First
First
snow's
no.
actually pretty good against Derek.
Yeah, it is pretty good against Dark Crossing. Can I start it or no?
No.
Okay. So let's go there. Oh, nope.
Game
They.
has begun.
Okay, cool. Come on. Come.
Waiting to
I
keeping an
left it.
eye out. Did you really?
But no, I got it. I got it. All right, cool. So there it is. It should be up on the screen now for y'all, and I am going to work on getting everybody's the chat log while you tell them how the initial setup is going, Glazer.
I'm waiting to see if anyone's mulliganing. Hands are closed. Derek managed to not press time, or maybe time doesn't begin until mulligans. It starts after setup.
All right, cool. as you can see, the feature is now launched and live. You can now see the game log live on stream here. So you'll be able to follow along um, with the power challenges and all that kind of stuff. So it should be much easier for folks to follow the games if they are following from home. And, with that, and if we miss anything while we're talking, it should be easier to see.
Hmm. King in the north on the Bara Lion side with both Renly and Robert and Stannis.
Mm-hmm.
So all three of the brothers, which should do some decent work since there is absolutely no king on
Ooh, no
Derek's side.
economy for Derek also is a little rough there.
If he kept it, did he mulligan into that? Yes, he did. Oof, rough. Hopefully, he has a passing the black gate in hand. But this is why you run at the gates, right?
Yep,
He could also potentially air if he sees he has the hand for it with both Wyla and Bran.
that's
His
fair.
opponent is not on barring, so he is very safe to use his double air to the Iron Throne. Early Robert Baratheon.
Yeah, I mean this is a if you're in the situation that Gabrielle is in, you definitely are pretty happy to see that Robert early because Derek's deck is built so entirely around low cost characters that the ability to tell them to sit down is going to be extremely helpful.
True, there is, however, Robb Stark potentially.
Yeah, that's true. But then they also need to see the sack engine, and you don't have a huge number of events. So I guess Wyla can maybe sack to get it, but I mean it means that they
Well,
I that they
Wyla could sack. There's three Wyman, and there are two heir to the Iron Throne.
not true. The Iron Thrones will help. That's definitely the case.
And yeah, there are zero events in the Barra line, so Bran is here just to be sacked.
Fair, fair. I mean,
Wow,
he's a good air target. All right, Gates into
Winter Festival.
Winter Festival. Interesting for the Bear player. Why do you think they open Winter Festival? They just are want to get ahead because it just feels risky to like give free power to a Stark crossing player when you might be a little bit slow getting out of the gate.
I don't think he plans on being slow getting out of the gate. I think he feels like his only hope here is to rush. Otherwise, you don't open that. Um, Also, not giving Derek either cards from Summer or extra gold, as I feel like he's probably looking to go grab Gates of the Moon when he's ready. Or they both have Gates of the Moon in hand. I suppose is also a possibility.
That is quite the possibility. That is an annoying thing to mulligan into.
So we will see what happens since we're now in the marshalling phase. Oh, here's a steward. A King's Road.
Yep.
Derek has enough economy to play up to 7 at this point. 7 is also what Gabby is showing right now.
All right. So Derek's in the tank a little bit about the King's Road.
He's deciding which he wants to play.
Do you think it's
Uh,
Wyman, or do you think it's
it,
Rob?
I mean, it could be either. Derek is noted for hating Great John Umber, who is not even in the deck.
He does not like that card.
It's amazing to me.
I don't
Um,
know how you like Start Crossing. You don't like this card that gives Intimidate and doesn't kneel early in the game. Like I don't really understand it. But Derek is the Stark master.
Derek does pop the King's Road. Let's
All
see if
right,
this.
what's gonna be
And
played?
he
Oh,
gets
cat. Interesting. Okay.
duped, duped cat and a Sansa. Wow.
I mean, this is an extremely wide board, but again, it's a wide board that's gonna be sitting down without a sack engine.
I would not
Um,
be shocked to see a First Snow of Winter turn 2 either.
yeah. I mean, it will be hyper punished by that first Snow of Winter.
Well, will it be? Because I'm assuming Derek's going into air with 8 lords and ladies around, right? And he's got a
I mean,
dupe on. He's got Cat, who'll still be duped, and Alicent, who will stay on board.
that's fair, but just I don't know. I mean, it's just relying a lot on your air, which I guess does hit pretty consistently. But like, what if you just don't hit one of the two sack boys? Like, I mean, there is a good chance of that. I mean, there's six of them in the deck, but I don't know. Maybe again, they could just be my anecdotal experience with air. I never hit when I need to hit, uh, and frequently, so yeah. But we'll see. Derek definitely has much better luck with his airs. All right, and Robert's
Derek,
duplicated, so that means he's sticking around for a while.
Derek is also running an absolutely insane number of lords and ladies.
That's fair.
I think of his like the first three Alicent, three Arya, three Bran, three Cat, a Daisy, an Eddard, three Mira, three Rickon, three Rob, three Sansa, Septim Ordained, one She Bear, then Small John, one Summer, three Winterfell Steward, Wyla, and Wyman. So 90% of his characters or so are lords or ladies.
Fair. Well, I
If
mean,
you
I'm not saying that there's not enough targets. I'm saying that there's only six that he really wants here, right?
no, you would just take a dupe. A dupe is totally fine.
Okay. Um,
The five gold is more likely to be the problem, which means I don't expect to see the Winterfell Steward die, because if he draws into another one, the heir becomes six gold, which is enough to play one of his two bigs.
that's fair. Um,
We
what do
are
you, if you're the
waiting.
bear player, what do you want
I don't
here?
know, to play something, probably. He is definitely just sitting there
They're
for
definitely in the tank.
a bunch of people joined
Yeah,
to watch.
watch. I mean, this is high flying Thrones-tainment. Thrones-entertainment
Yeah.
here.
Gabby has plenty of time. Playing against a crossing deck, there is largely no rush. I don't think we're going to time here. If we do, Gabby will win. Spoiler.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. That Rose Road was a very difficult decision there. And Stanny Boy. All
That is
right.
two big, big characters right away. But Derek has no reset, as I'm sure Gabby knows.
Yeah, I mean, this is an open deck format. So, Glazer, what do you think about what is the impact, do you think, of an open deck list format on, high level games like this?
The reset, as much as anything else. You know what you can do, you know what you can't do. Derek knows he's about to be facing a first snow of winter. Um, and that there's no valor. So dupes are for board presence, not for reset in this instance. Although, and now Gabby is telegraphing that he or she, actually don't know, is not going to be trying to kneel Stannis.
All right.
That he or she is not going to be using that Doharis anytime soon.
Absolutely not. Does not defend for that one strength mill. Here we go.
I would assume we are losing a one drop.
I mean, you're also okay taking the Robert duplicate off, right? If
You don't have to worry about March.
It's true, you don't have to worry about March. That's right. But you also have to worry about Valor because, of course, Derek hates that
Yeah,
card in the first place. So
I
that's
don't. I don't especially like that about this format. We might also. It's potential we see King Flat next, although I would tend to assume we're going to see first snow first.
do you think this is? I mean, these boys, the Bobby, the Bash Bros here are pretty pretty good. But do you think this is enough to hold off the little weenie assault here?
Yeah, I think we're about to see a power from just Bran, and that'll be it for challenges. Oh, we discard a Warhammer. That is a good hit. That Intimidate
It is
is
a super good
dangerous.
hit.
There are three Warhammers in Gabby's deck.
So Brand's gonna sit down, then come at
I
this
would.
from
I would
military
assume,
or
knowing
power rather.
power. I would assume knowing that there are no events in the opponent's deck.
And that Brand is almost certainly going to be the target for air should Derek flip air next turn.
Yes, or that's the intended target at any rate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As a monocon with no economic advantage, he's not really. And the fact that Derek knows that there's no events coming out of the bearer player means that there's very little chance of Brand really having much utility but being sacked for air. All right, I will
Yeah.
put everybody's name in there now. That's what I'll
Versus
do. Let the game
versus
start.
the opportunity to save economy for by keeping the steward up.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be very
Oh
careful.
wow, Derek has support of the people.
Oof.
Not support of the people. Blah, superior claim.
Ah, very,
Because
very nice.
otherwise, there's no real reason to kneel Sansa. And now you're saying defend with two or don't bother me.
I
Um,
mean, Derek. That would put Derek
five,
at
five,
5 power. That's a little
and
scary if you're sitting in the Bear player's seat.
I'm not sure about that. I think you take it early.
I
It's
don't know.
meant to.
I think the more breathing room you give this Stark deck, the more dangerous it is. Um, and I think putting them a third of the way to their win condition on the first turn is really risky.
But they won't be a third of the way because you're going to challenge back, right? It's not like
That's
you're just
fair.
going to sit there.
That's fair.
And you're going to get two power off the festival, and although they are likely to win dominance.
Understandably, Rayner's in the tank about this. Rayner.
And double block. And that will be a draw as well.
Pretty reasonable. I mean, this will put you tie. No, you'll be 4-3 at the end of dominance.
It will be.
So
The power on
I
Robert is relatively safe.
yeah, I like this block actually.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like if you win the long game, there's not much reason not to.
Yeah, I think the ability is like you really just want like I am no one. Is that restricted in the World Cup format?
It is not, I don't believe, because Derek is playing it.
So like I am no one.
Oh, yeah. Mirror
Like
is the restricted.
them getting some kind of I am no one turn when they're sitting at like 7 or 8 power is where I would be scared of. Like that's where I've
Air,
lost.
air into a second winter festival.
So second Winter Festival. I mean passive power. I mean they've got kind of something like a win condition. I would just if I'm the Bear player, I want like more characters so you can interact more. Oh,
Mira grabbed, sacking Bran,
Brand
putting
putting Mirror
Mira
in
into
shadows, I
shadow.
assume.
Hmm.
Yep, there we go. Classic Stark play. Ah, I'm having the feels. The feels,
The
Mirror.
the no the no for snow play is reasonably big here, as it lets the board stick around.
I haven't seen Mira in so long. I missed her.
First player is Derek.
Mm-hmm. All right. Derek's got 5 gold here. Winterfell Stewart. Okay.
Here's
Arya.
Arya
All right. This is a little bit of a nightmare for the Bara player. That's 2 instances of stealth that Derek is going to have access to here.
and a stand
And a stand.
with one gold saved for I don't know someone or other. Unfortunately, Mira cannot stop the Robert Baratheon trigger. 7 gold for Gabby. Gabby's next plot almost has to be first snow.
Hey, Glazer, on your screen, it's just now the Austrian player's marshalling phase, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Gabby is taking their time. And
Cool, cool. All right. Yeah, it
I'll,
doesn't seem like what I'm saying is coming behind what you're seeing, right, Glazer? Just I'm asked if it's on a delay, and I don't think
nothing
so.
is no, nothing is happening. There should be no delay. Olive's apparently watching something
She's playing
at her.
Animal Crossing.
Ah, okay. I was like, that's an interesting voice.
She's playing Animal Crossing. All right. Um, yeah. So what?
No,
Oh,
there's
no, no. It's I'm not running on a delay. I wasn't asked to run it on a delay, so no, I didn't put a delay in. So right. Right. Sorry, Mir. That's what I kind of thought, but earlier they were saying we were lagging, so that's why I was a little confused. Um, but no, I wasn't asked to put it on a delay, so I didn't put it on a delay. So
two econ on the Bara side in rapid succession, and a Sir Mandan just marshaled out. That will at least threaten an intrigue.
yeah, I mean, but with that mirror and shadows, like I don't know. Again, I just think the bear player just seems a little like starved for interaction here. Like Derek's gonna get a lot of power here, and we're pretty sure that they have the superior claim. So that just puts you in an additional little bit of like a tight spot of like what can you play around here. Robbie's gonna lose his renown, or do you think you're gonna take the draw away with Stannis?
I would guess the renown, but I'm not sure you do any of it right away. Although you could, because you then that gives you someone to use the intrigue stealth. No, that's zero strength. I'm wrong. The challenge order is very interesting for Derek here. Here's the military, as Derek will look to just kneel something.
Yes, he is on I am no one, Jimmy. All right, we're starting that.
We'll almost certainly see the second air from Derek here.
Yeah. So stealthing Mandan. Yeah, hardcasting, as Mira says in chat, hardcasting Mandan does feel really bad. I do feel I feel like the Bara player is
The Bear player did that on purpose. That was There's no need unless there's something we're not seeing in the Bear player's hand from those 3 gold that Mandan could have just gone in shadows.
that's fair, but I mean I don't know. It just to me it feels that they're just clunked. Like, do you really want to be facing a Stark player with 3 characters on board, even if it's 2 really kick-ass Bash Bro characters?
Sure, but you still could have put it in shadows and brought it right out. There's
That's
like
fair.
not really a reason not to do that.
Yeah, there is to get around Mira stealth on the intrigue.
Okay, sure, but you could
Because
have
you know about
still
the Mira,
right.
right?
But the extra 2 gold is a Stormwind's fiefdom. You don't have to play a Stormwind's fiefdom if you wanted this in
That's
shadow.
fair. That's fair.
Like I'm not saying that you couldn't. I'm saying that the reasoning for it isn't clear.
Right.
Stannis is now blank, so there will
Yep.
be no extra draw.
And they're going to get an unopposed intrigue here.
Unless the plan of playing the King's Gate was to sack it, and that's why you need the extra gold.
That's also completely fair. Or you want that power on your house card, right? It's for Derek to steal. All right. Where'd they lose?
So
Okay, Stannis
Stannis,
do. That's not a big deal.
not, no, it is not. That was likely staying for an after Dohaeris play.
Okay. So,
A power challenge will be coming.
yes.
Asteric will try and jump up in power.
So just to be clear, Derek does not have any reset, and the Bara player has Ranner has First Snow and Valado Harris.
Very interesting. Not worried about getting that extra trigger.
Okay. So this is kind of a second air rob or die kind of situation, right? To stand your board.
I don't think the game is that close to being done that it's rob or die. But 7 power for the Bara player is reasonably scary.
You mean for the Stark player?
No, the Bara player is about to have 7, I think.
The one. Well, they can. Is it 4 or lower, or is it lower than 4 for Rob?
5 or lower, I believe.
5 or lower. Let me double check the
No,
text.
4 or lower. 4 or
4 or
lower.
lower. So Cat will still sit down. So
So
yeah.
I don't expect any defense on the
So
Stark
that's what
side.
unopposed
5,
power,
6, 7.
unopposed
It's like
intrigue.
8 powerish for the Bara player.
Yeah. That's very. That just shows the power of Winter Festival.
Mm-hmm. Power challenge.
I can post the deck list links here, and while they're selecting plots, I'll put the deck list on the screen in a second. Just give me one moment. So this is the oops. This is the Austrian deck list. It's the first one that's going in here, and then the second one will be Derek's.
Moving a power to the faction is a weird decision. You know Derek has no reset and no kill. Why not leave it on the dupe rock? It's actually safer there.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I normally would have command set up in Nightbot, but I forgot this morning. I'll be honest with you. I woke up late.
So the English department, much to my chagrin, insists on doing a Game of Thrones video thing for the students,
Like,
and I
do people
refuse.
still care about Game of Thrones?
I don't think
The
so, but
TV show?
the teacher is not named me are very excited, so I refuse to pick what character I am.
Oh, can we pick for you, chat? Do you want to say pick what
That's
Game of
that
Thrones character Glazer should be? Please offer. I was about to say wrong answers only in chat, but I'll also accept right answers. Littlefinger says my wife,
I
Ella.
am not I will not be a pedophile for my work thing. Whew. Defense on the intrigue, which is
Okay,
mildly surprising.
that's interesting. That I mean, that reads. Oh,
Yeah, there goes the superior claim.
ugh.
Even do that, I probably would have just let the intrigue go and pushed extra for the power.
I mean, Derek must be doing the power math, but again, this to me, I mean, this puts him in a situation where it's very much Robber significantly behind.
Yeah, I think I agree.
We got Vax as Tywin in chat, Glazer.
I could deal with Tywin. I think that is way cooler than I am, although I
Maester
appreciate.
Illyrio. Magister Illyrio, rather. Magister Illyrio.
Heir into King Plot, which means if you do get Rob, he will not be doing anything.
So we went Wyman.
Wyman
Okay.
still doesn't do anything, but gives you a
Maybe
standing
Rob is in the
character.
hand,
Uh, would be nice, but
but
still
you can't
doesn't
play him,
do
right?
much.
Unless you
But
got the
no, you
reducer. No,
can.
you can.
You
He's
have
exactly
6 of them.
six. Exactly six. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem isn't. I don't think that it's just you don't really want Rob. You want to go wide.
Well, you could say goodbye to the Winterfell Steward and stand your board, and I mean that you're still pretty wide at that point. And put Mira back in shadows, but then she can't come
You
out of
can't
shadows.
stand your
Well,
board
here's
at King
Rob.
Plot.
Oh,
You can't
it's
stand your
King
board
Point.
at
It's
King
King
Plot.
Pot. Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why Mira is out.
I
That's why
missed it.
all of this is
Yep.
happening. I would assume the
Sorry, I missed King Point
card
for some
that
reason.
dies. Okay. I would assume the card that dies is the dupe on Cat, and I don't expect any challenges from Derek except a military from Allison. I think this is a defensive turn with your opponent on King Plot.
Yeah, I mean you're set up right. I mean, and you put them in an awkward situation that they have to Valor Harris you and lose Stannis.
But they don't have to validate Heresy. They can keep all those guys Nelt function. Well, I guess
No, they can't. Right, as soon as King
no, because
Plot's gone.
Wyman. Right. As soon as King Plot's gone, Wyman can make there be a board.
Right. Make it. I
Let
mean,
Wyman can say, "Let there be board."
yeah.
Yes.
So like you're kind of in a tough spot. Like this is going to be a very good turn for you as the Bara player. And particularly sitting on 9 gold. So what do you think they've been like sandbagging like something that you think could like
They
could even up this
they
board?
they almost have to be unless they're just sitting on a million
Excuse me.
locations. A red keep or a guild hall would win the game.
Yeah, Guildhall would definitely be bad for Derek.
So would red keep. Either one. Whoop! There's the guild hall.
Is Red Keep not banned? Like I feel
Actually,
like
why
something
did you
happened to
put
it in
Guild
this
Hall?
format. It's hard to keep
No,
track of
nothing.
all the different formats.
Nothing happened in this format. I just built a million decks for this format.
Oh, that's right.
Uh,
That's right. I forgot you were working with different teams.
yeah, Team Israel. Um, Red Keep. That could be Black Cells as well. Either way, that is rough.
Black Cells would be very rough. Yeah. Guild Hall is not loyal, right?
Alchemist Guild Hall is, I don't believe, loyal, but I'm going to check. It is not. Oh, no, it's in the deck, so it's definitely
Oh,
not
okay,
loyal,
good.
and it's not. I don't. It is unique.
Yeah, and it definitely is unique. Yeah. Just the main thing
Yeah.
is the reason we don't see in Kingdom of Shadows is Kingdom of Shadows is characters only. That's something I always forget about that. In like the abstract.
Well,
Not when I'm actually building
well,
decks,
I
but
and Kingdom of Shadows is banned in this format.
yes.
Yeah, I think at this point, having seen it take Trial by Combat 2, I think it just needs to be banned. I would just ban that and Sea of Blood at this point. Neither one is healthy for the game. You need to restrict like 15 cards to hit each. Just ban them both. Move on with life.
Yeah.
They're FFG designed. You're not hitting a champ card.
Now there's
Yep,
already
Guild
a
Hall. That's
Shadows agenda. Yep, Guild Hall is
oh,
basically
there's Guild Hall. That is
close
GG.
to game.
Well, Rob is limit once per round, so I think that's GG.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely means you don't have to validate Harris here, but so what's Derek's outs here?
I don't know. I don't think he has one.
He's not running
He's gonna have to
nightmares.
He's gonna have to Winter Festival and Windeye. There's not really another answer that I can see. I don't see a way to either control or get Robert off the board.
I mean, yeah, and like a bunch of his best low cost characters are already out and about. So,
It's basically his entire board at this point. Yeah.
I mean, can Wyman
Um,
carry you? Just like, cause
not
he
not with
he has to
Lance on
cancel
the other
Rob,
side.
right? So
Yeah.
can you just like chew your board up and defend and attack with Wyman and draw
Here's
cards?
Omen. Extra little bit of kingliness.
Yeah.
That also means you don't have to defend the military if you don't want, because no one cares if Omen dies.
Ouch. Well, Cersei clearly did.
Um, so did his cats.
It's true. And Jamie.
Mm.
What a world. God, that show ended so poorly.
It. Yeah, I try not to think of it anymore. Honestly, maybe you do throw all three challenges. I don't think you can. You could throw all three challenges for the pressure. You know what would be really nice right now? Oh, 0 gold on Dark side. What would have been very nice, were there any gold, would have been a I am no one.
I am no one. Yeah, definitely would have. Shadow
Oh,
Priestess. Well,
and now she is down. No challenges will be coming from Derek. I think Derek is
mm-hmm,
less screwed.
definitely. He's in a tough spot. Let me just double check what the standings are. I don't. They are the spreadsheet that they gave me has not been updated. So
Does anyone in chat happen to know what the standings
standings
are?
are. Mira might know if she's still in here. Same with Vac. Because Derek did say to me this morning when I spoke to him that this is a critical match. So, um, yeah, I definitely think. Yeah, because there's no Froso, right, in Derek's deck.
There's nothing to answer any
So,
of this.
yeah.
He needed to go faster and not getting that superior claim off, and then the early Robert and Stannis was, I think, too much.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really like that block. That was that turn one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Sure
I
was.
think that one of the things I think has been really cool about this game from the Bara side, from
Ooh.
Austria side, is it's been very clean, like cleanly played. They have like a really clear plan of how they're going to beat Derek, and they've been very good at executing it with very few resources on board as well. That's the thing that's also really impressive, and I think it shows the power of Control Bob,
Fair.
which is a card that
Um,
you and I were really high on when it was printed, but hasn't had, the impact that we thought it would.
wow, kneeling Robert is, well, I guess he's gonna stand back up. There's no need to stand him. But that's 9 power.
Hmm.
You almost hope for the first snow now, so you can choose not to save and get these guys back.
All right. Thanks to Vac in chat, he says that there have been that Mira and Eric won their games and Colt lost. So there's been 3 games. So USA is currently up a game, and Alejandro is later today. And I believe Trey and Tom McKenzie will be streaming that on Trey's channel.
Which
And I'll
is
have this video up
twitch.tv,
later
which
for you.
is twitch.tv/Trey Songs.
That's a good. That's a good name for a channel.
Oh, that's the play I don't totally understand.
Yeah, I don't quite understand it either. Maybe they think maybe they're gonna put Robert under, but I can't imagine they'll do that if they Valor O'Harris. But I think they lose if they Valor O'Harris, don't they? Oh, Kingsgate, they need to have enough power on their house card.
They have enough power on their house card for a couple turns now.
Hmm.
And, a fistful of cards. All right.
Oh yeah, Ivan pointed out earlier that they were likely doing it for the Kingsgate. So
That's fair. I guess it took a couple turns to get there.
yeah,
Fistful of cards. I'm not sure what we see from Derek here. I would guess Winter Festival.
I mean you need it, right?
Yeah, Winter Festival into Wind Eye is your only real hope, if I think not being the most experienced Dark player.
Yeah, that King plot was just brutal, brutal,
Mm-hmm.
brutal, brutal.
First, no, nope. At the gates into barring the gates? What did he think was going to happen?
Maybe he just wants the gold. That could easily be it.
It's fair.
And at the gates for Baratheon.
At the gates will stop any shadow shenanigans, I suppose. Hound, so on. But it will not stop things like Black Cells or Alchemist Guildhall.
So, quick question for chat: do people appreciate the chat log on the right side of the screen? I got some feedback at the last tournament that this would be a useful feature to add. So, let me know if you think that having the game log there is a useful addition to the stream.
I'm mildly surprised we're not seeing the Wyman trigger.
Thanks, Jimmy. All right.
Gabby is first player, and I think we're about to see a red keep.
Probably, yeah. Ugh. I mean, can Mira do any work here?
No. There's nothing blank that matters except Bob, who's nailing everything.
And he's at the beginning of the phase, right? So you can't
Yeah,
get him.
it's a reaction, so yeah, there's no
Does the
window.
stealth do us anything? I'm just trying to think of what Derek's outs are here.
There is the Northern Armory stand. I don't know how Derek wins this game.
Well, if anybody can, it's Derek. He sees the Stark lines. Yeah. Oof, Red Priest. Ugh. And there's the Ion. That was one of the ways Derek could get back into the game. Again, I really wish the Iron Throne would show us the hand too. Great to know here. But if I'm definitely the Bara player, I'm definitely super happy to be putting that I am no one under my red priest. Yeah, rude priest, as Jimmy points out in chat. All right, tithe collector. Okay, this is a person after my own heart with this Bara deck. Love it. Paying gold for power. That's the real way to win the game. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
At this point, why not? You're heavy on gold. You've got a much, much bigger board.
You just
Ooh,
do have to be a
just
okay.
discards Wyman. Discards
Discards
Mira
Mira,
with.
yeah. That must mean that they have the other Mira in their hand, right?
Maybe.
All right, so the
The
attempt,
opponent would know if so.
yeah, attempt to trigger Rob here, I assume.
Man, it's amazing Guildhall isn't even, like, challenge interrupt or something, right? It's like, whatever.
I mean, I think Guildhall is fair,
Oh, yeah, you're wrong.
but it's the problem
It
is
just
Red
wasn't.
Keep, right?
No, Guildhall was always unfair. It just wasn't out for long enough
Red Keep.
before Red Keep for it to be busted. It's always been extraordinarily unfair.
I mean, it's overpowered. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's within the acceptable range of overpowered would be the way to put it.
I don't think so. I think repeatable cancel is something you have to be very careful with. I don't mind spot cancel like at all, but I think repeatable cancel is extraordinarily hard to design around.
No, I agree. Okay, yep. Here's just marshaled. Bran. Okay.
Wow.
But no attempt to trigger
Rob,
Rob there.
seeing if
Seeing if
you
you can
can bait the
bait it. Yeah, no,
seeing
no,
if
no.
you can bait the other stuff off.
Hmm. Yeah, no, as Ivan points out in chat, one of the things I like about the design of Guildhall is it doesn't hit Shadow's abilities. So I do think that like there's an attempt to balance it. Compare it to a card like Red Keep.
Dread Keep when you know the game is ending and you just don't give an F.
You just want Lannister to go out on top again.
Although it didn't,
It did
because they
well. What,
also
top 8 at Worlds? Was where
top eight.
Seth ended up?
Seth lost in top eight. Yeah,
Yeah,
Seth lost in top eight. Nope, top 16. Seth
top
lost in top
16.
16
Top 16.
because uh, Hano beat Leonard in the top eight, and then
Right, right.
Hano lost the top four.
Right, right. Okay.
I don't know how Derek does anything here unless his opponent makes a big mistake.
I mean, defend is your plan here, right? I guess. So the tithe collector means that if technically this he needs 14 power to win the game. So he just needs to get to 14.
Yeah,
So the classic, hey, the combo finish in this Bara deck is paying gold with gold and tithe collector. I've just been
I mean,
super impressed by Robert in this game.
yeah. I mean, he's great. We knew he was great. It's just the power Robert is so absurd. This Robert never got a chance to sign since they both came out at the same time.
Yeah, that's very fair. I mean, and Bara cohort is just such a gross deck.
Yeah.
So control Bobby. Passing challenges.
Yeah.
Okay,
What are you gonna do? You just try. You win if the game just goes now, right?
that's true.
Like you defend some challenges, they can't do anything. Ugh.
So we're at plot. How many plots in the use pile? We've got, this is the fourth plot. So pretty soon. I mean, could um, Derek's out be get to the point in which the Bara player has to start resetting themselves?
Maybe, but Winter Festival is going to do an awful lot to stop that. Bara's next
Both.
play is
Yeah.
it's Late Summer Feast first Snow or No Hairs. So there's not a really great play on the Bara side
Right.
next. I would assume late summer since they don't seem to be challenging.
And late summer
And
turns
looks
on
like
Derek's Winter Festival, right?
Catelyn Stark is now standing surprisingly. Oh, you challenge with Catelyn and then you get the Rob trigger. Great play.
Oh, that's super great, Derek. Derek saw it. Of course he did. That's why he didn't use it in the marshalling. Okay, we're the small brained people here.
Yep.
Big military challenge or entry
Goodbye,
challenge,
Rickon.
right? And yeah, Rickon or the, well, they don't have any search their deck effects that you really care about, right? So yeah, it would be Ricky Boy.
I don't think they have any search their decks besides the one they just played.
Good job, Derek. Problem is, so you've got to not use Catelyn again. Catelyn is going to be standing up. She's a half an Iron Throne now, every turn until
Yes.
the Intrigue Challenge.
Yes. Or power if that's the one you prefer.
Yeah, yeah, whatever challenge it is, yeah. But power they can definitely defend pretty well, so you don't want to like waste resources. Because here I think you're not quite getting unopposed, but you're almost guaranteed to win. Yep.
Winterfell Steward goes. Why toss the standing Rickon, I guess, when air might be coming back. Mira to Shadows.
Gross! And Derek's back in.
Derek is in the game with an entirely standing board. Yeah. Gabby went first, so now Derek is free to do some challenges.
Yep. Defend with the Chateau Priestess. And Derek wins.
And hits a Renly. Good hit.
Very good hit. Got to stop all the Baratheon brothers from coming out.
I would assume a military for just two, stealthing past the power of Robert. Power challenge is all you care about now. The board is so wide.
Yeah, I mean, as I puts out in the chat, this is why we didn't say any challenges from the Bear player. But I mean, the Bear player is still. I mean, for the military challenge, they can oppose it,
Can
I
win.
guess. But they,
Can win military. Can oppose power.
you,
I think you might as well bring Mira back and double stealth mill. Then you win mill also.
yeah, that's what I would probably
It's
do.
not kill. It's not really killing anything important. I'm not sure it's worth it.
But it does force.
It
Yeah,
doesn't because you don't care if you win. There's no power involved in this challenge, so it doesn't matter.
that's
The
correct.
power is involved in the power challenge next. I assume a Red Priest defends here.
Oh, she can't come out. He barred himself. That's right.
Mm.
So she's staying home.
Okay.
Goodbye, Amanda.
He's a one of, not super relevant.
Nope, he was just a piece of virtual cardboard sitting on the board doing nothing.
And now we will see a power, I assume, with a stealth.
Power with. So what do you need?
Wyman,
Wyman,
Wyman.
Robbie.
No, yeah, I
You
guess
want
you
the
do
renown,
Robin.
right?
Yeah.
So, because Derek goes with crossing power, with Robbie goes to 12, 11.
What? No. No,
He's at
9.
9, right? Right now, or is he at
He's at
6? Oh,
6.
6. Sorry,
He's
I'm
at
reading it as a
6.
9. Sorry, he's at 6, so he goes to 9. All right.
Enough to win, and his opponent knows if he's got the superior claim. Wow,
Yes. Well,
saying kneel your big guys. This way, if you want to name a big number, you have no choice but to.
yeah, and he still can't go over you, right? Here.
Well, Gabby went first.
No,
Yeah,
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 yeah. I
no,
meant like
that's it.
that. You still win,
Yeah.
right? So it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yep. And you will win dominance, right? If they stop your imperial superior claim. So
Hmm.
that puts you in a really good spot. Really, really good challenging sequencing from Derek here. Just Bobby.
Defend from Bob. Makes
Well, there's
sense.
one
Since
unknown. No, there's
Bob is other, Bob can stand, so we will be naming 7 or higher.
yeah. Um,
Which means we have a game unless Red Keep comes out. Oh no, you can still do the exact same thing with
you can
Red
do the
Keep.
same thing. Cat's what matters. I mean,
Yeah,
if they see a shadow priestess, then
yeah.
it's pretty much
Then Derek,
over.
then Derek would need another Northern Armor.
Yeah, another Northern Armory. Um, VD is what Ivan suggested we might see as the play. I mean, I think you don't see VD if they have a Shadow Priestess in hand. And there's two cards in Derek's hand that the Bara player doesn't know about, right? Because there's been two Wyman draws since the Red Keep, or Red Spy,
Yeah,
rather.
yep.
So, if I remember right. Right. The Shadow Priestess play would be next turn. So,
Yes.
next turn they need the they have two cards they'll see. Three. Do you think you trigger um the gate here to draw cards?
Uh, no, I think I might Wyman on
No, I'm
Rickon though.
talking about if you're the Bara player.
Oh, if you're looking for that Red Keep or Shadow Priestess, yeah. Does the Barra player see the out? No superior claim in
Derek's hand. Nope.
Derek's hand. However,
Is he? I have an action before Dom. Is that okay? Is what
why
Derek.
is it not okay?
Well, you just
Still
got to be
your
clear,
challenge.
right?
Yeah.
With Iron Throne.
Right, because second player. Rickon?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Rickon probably. Yep. And attempt to stand Wyman. You guild hall this, right? Because you have the gold to bring guild hall out as a first action in Dom.
Is this the third trigger? This would be the
Yes,
third
this would be
trigger.
the third trigger. Yes.
So this will be cancelled.
Yeah. And you have the gold to bring it out as first action in Dom, so
But you don't need to.
I mean,
What are you stopping in Dom?
you're not, but you just want to not have to
Whew,
pay for it
Gabby
again next turn.
just barely. Yeah, that's fair. Gabby just barely wins Dom 14 to 13. We are tied at 9 apiece.
Yeah. 9-9, much closer game. Really, really well played on both sides. I really liked the Austrian players.
Wow. Keeping Robin Wyman down.
Yeah, but I really have appreciated Gabrielle's commitment to their line and understanding like what their outs are and what tools they need to beat Derek and what's I think seems like a little bit of a bad matchup. And I also just really appreciated Derek's challenge sequencing. I think that Derek's been on the back foot, and he's sort of maneuvered himself into a position that I think much lesser players, certainly I, would not have been able to see sort of the specific sequencing that brought him here. And so, really, really well played on both players. And we're just sort of seeing the advantage of the World Cup, where you have two people who really understand their deck and really understand the archetypes. And I'm really been really impressed. All right. Do you think so? Derek goes Winter Festival. Do you reset here if you're the Bara player, Glazer?
Um, no, I mean you didn't Kingsgate, which suggests to me that there's an answer in hand. Although I guess you don't really want to play the 9 gold, so you maybe use first snow here. It gets you your Shadow Priestess back.
It does get you your Shadow Priestess back. It does give them, though, the I Am No One.
That's fair.
But they don't have any targets for it, right? Well, no, they'll have Sansa, right? And Arya. So
Yeah, so they have 2 targets for it anyway. It does mean that there's not an easy Wyman sack target. Although I guess at that point you could sack Arya.
yeah, you can put it on Sansa. Then you have 2 instances of stealth. One
Hmm.
on the military challenge and one on the intrigue and power. But if you put it on
Yeah.
Sansa and
If you do expect first snow, I think you win die.
yep,
We did
well,
expect first snow. Derek does win die, but late summer feast.
they. So I think the Barra player was expecting Winter Festival.
Yeah,
Probably,
I
yeah.
think Derek really wants to go second. You just
Well, this is
risk
what
the
we're
red.
gonna see. What's
Mm.
Derek's decision here?
I'm sure Derek. I'm sure Derek knows better. Derek
Nope, he
uses
selected
win die.
himself.
Derek goes first. Derek is going to keep the pressure on, perhaps thinking that he may be
Did
able to close.
do they think? Yeah.
Oof. Not you don't really want a winner now. Gabby does not have to worry about giving Derek cards.
Cards. Yep. All right. So Derek's got a fistful of action here. Let's see if they're able to make anything out of it. It is dangerous to go second when there are rude priests. Yes, thank you, chat. That is true. But I mean,
Here's She Bear
She
going wider.
Bear, we're going wide here.
Derek could really use another instance of renown. Rickon, okay.
Ricken's back. I mean, these are all great targets for Wyman to just sort of tax that Alchemist Guild Hall.
Mhm.
Is that it though? If there's another red priest, you're feeling a little sad here.
There's nothing you can do about that.
All right. Alchemist Guild Hall's considering. Nope. No, obviously going to be no attempt because Derek wants the same play pattern from last turn. Save the Rob trigger for
Right,
challenges
right.
for
If you
Catelyn.
cancel the guild hall trigger, the Wyman trigger right there was if you make the mistake, Rob gets up.
Yep. Because the card still gets sacrificed because it's a cost.
No, no. If the guild hall cancels Wyman,
Right,
Rob
but
is free.
Rob's free to cancel because canceling Wyman doesn't cancel the sacrifice.
Right.
Right.
And once guild hall is in shadows, it's stuck there anyway. Oh no, you action sacrifice a character, so you could just cancel the action. And then the reaction is after a character is sacrificed. So it's not a cost. It's an action in and of itself.
Oh, okay.
Wyman is now duped, sure, whatever. Wyman is now tripped, sure, whatever. When you're in a win die turn, why not?
Of course.
There's a stand.
All right, that's good.
Let's see if there's a red keep to stop that. So this red keep stops everything.
Red Keep is definitely the card that the Barra player wants here. I mean, can Derek? I think now that they have the guild. Oh,
What happened?
He's just using it.
Yeah,
Stand
just
Rob,
get Rob up.
not risk it.
Yeah, why wait for the red keep?
Yep, makes sense.
And then unless there if there is that, you get the second trigger.
All right,
So Rob
pays
can
2 gold. They go to 10.
See if they can go wide enough.
Another Tithe Collector means that they only need to get 3 power this turn.
Although Doharis is,
But you
yeah,
first
no,
snow.
Doharis is coming.
If you get to 13, you just
Yeah,
first snow, right?
you are going to lose, very likely lose 2 power unless we're missing something here.
I mean, they could have
Lots of things, yeah.
yeah, the Shadow Priestess is the
Hmm.
understandably Bara player is now in the tank, sitting at I believe that's 9 gold. Yep.
I would assume Mira comes out for the military. We get a military for a bunch. Then the
Mm-hmm.
intrigue with Cat to try and stand everything, assuming no Red Priest. And then the power, which might actually close. Military would be 10. Then the power would bring to 11, 12, 13, 14, which means their
Did you count Rob?
dominance or something. Yes.
Yeah. So
So there's a power short somewhere, unless
so
they're
so is
unopposed.
there a, is so wait hold on, is there a sequence where you go bring Mira out, double stealth the big boys, military challenge with
So you
with
don't know about
Rob,
the big boys. Yeah, yeah. Rob's going to be part of the military, and then he's going to be part of the power. Oh, here's the card in shadows. Is it a red priest?
and so that would put you just Rob puts you at 11. Two claim on the power challenge puts you
Why
to
does Rob put you at 11?
if he's
Okay,
in 2
Rob at
challenges.
11. Two claim power is 13, and then
One power
crossing was
claim,
14.
one power
No,
claim. Oh
two
no,
two
nope, two
claim,
claim, and
two
then yeah,
claim,
yeah, yeah. Then the yeah
and then
14,
one
yeah
crossing.
14. Yep,
So
your power short. Yeah,
there is a way to get unopposed if there are no more.
I am no one is the primary way, right?
I have no work. Yeah, I mean superior claim is a possibility. We're basically waiting to see also if Derek has a superior claim in there.
If the one of those two cards, and they're gonna get one additional look, right, from the Wyman trigger in the cat challenge.
Not seeing a Septum Ordain in this game was big.
Yep. God, what a stupid first cycle card that's proven to be really kind of busted. I remember when John's like,
Well,
"All I want is the Septa." Well, that was a really good
yeah,
impression of John I just did. I'm super proud of myself.
it was not, but okay.
What tournament were we testing for? Where all he was talking about the Septa all the time. Was that the first dance?
I have absolutely. That could be a Black Cells too. Black Cells would royally screw things up.
Yeah, that's true.
Cat is very likely to be stopped right now.
Black Cells is Black Cells GG.
I don't know. I don't think so. His defense is still possible. Um, and at that point, you're just trying to like, unless there's another Shadows where you're just trying to keep the guild hall out of Shadows, so it can't keep trickling the cells.
Fair.
And there's a winter festival on the other side.
Are you playing Animal Crossing?
Al is playing Animal Crossing. I
Yes,
told you I
Al
have
is
the
playing Animal Crossing. Carla. Uh,
Yes, my wife just woke up.
uh, the mornings with where your son is not there is a nice sleep in mornings, I guess.
Well, she slept longer than I did, but yeah,
All right.
obviously.
Um. Hmm. Okay, we're all in the tank here. So
We
what
have
could those
nothing
two
to do.
cards be? I think one is either Superior Claim or an I Am No One, right? Just the way
I mean,
Derek is sort of like sitting
you
here.
hope. You hope. I mean, Derek's not. Yeah,
He's not the fastest player in the world, but he's also
Derek is initiating the military
Okay, here we go.
without bringing out Mira, surprisingly. Stealthing.
Okay, so he's
Ooh,
not doing the Rob line that we talked about.
no,
So,
no.
okay.
So that suggests that there's something else there. It's also possible that there is an I am no one, and that would be why you use Alicine first.
Robert goes in. Okay.
Yeah, you can't get unopposed.
All right, there's a look. Okay, so this could also signal that Derek doesn't have it and is trying to draw it.
I think the card in shadows is Robert Strong as well. There's Mira.
Mira,
Mira will blank.
blank,
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Stannis, I guess.
Stanny Boy. So they don't draw cards? Yeah. Could be Robert Strong. You are right. All right, so
Is there enough stealth to
so
stealth the power? No.
Bara has to interact now, right?
Yes. There's not
Well,
enough.
no, because Rob. So do you power with your team
No.
and then do the cat stuff? So that Rob's
I
standing on
mean,
the D?
sure, but you really want to get all three challenges. You need the crossing power.
Right, but I think you can win the power. You can win the power with Arya, Rob, just Arya and Rob, stealth Stannis. You
Depends if
win.
that superior claim is there.
Not if you have Spirit Claim, but you can throw Sansa in, I think, and you should be able to do it. No, no, you can't do it then. Hmm. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, here we go. Derek's initiating the power challenge with the whole team. '23 strength. So this tells me that there's a superior claim here. Trigger Wimey boy. Stand the crew. Yep. Stand everybody up. 23 strength. Yep, just block there. Superior claim. 23 to 2. Superior claim. Or is this just a bluff of superior claim? What do you think? Nope, there it is. Okay.
No, superior claim. Derek's not bluffing at this point in the game.
All right, so he's at 11,
13.
13, 14 with Rob Power.
Oh
Okay,
wow, Rob of military
so
was won the game.
no, you
Uh,
couldn't because this plays around so much different stuff, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
now
yeah. Now you just want to win dominance. If you win
you don't even
dominance,
win.
you win.
No, you just win the intrigue challenge, and you just win with the crossing power,
Oh, right, right,
right?
right.
So you
Yeah.
just do Mira,
Yep. Superior.
Stel.
Everyone. You just steal everyone on intrigue. There's no
Yeah,
reason not
yeah.
to.
There's not because Catelyn protects you from any interaction, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that had to be
Incredible.
incredible. Great game, Derek. Derek saw the right sequence. Because I really appreciate, again, his challenge sequencing on this turn and then the
Oh,
last turn was just really, really, really fantastic. This has been a really, really coolly played game.
Yep.
What? Oh yeah, there's
Good
everybody.
game.
Good game, 22. Really, really cool game. Great job, Derek. We thought he was in a couple really bad spots there, but he
Yep.
navigated his way out of it really, really well. Super, super impressive on both sides. Congratulations to Team USA. Really well played, Austria. Like, you can definitely. Um,
Hang your hat on not seeing an answer card with a million draw.
I know. But also just like really well played. This was
Oh,
actually.
Derek was 7 cards ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows the power of Wyman, right?
Yeah.
And like so a couple of like really cool things that I just want to highlight there. I really liked. We can turn off the game log. It doesn't need to be there anymore. I was really impressed one by again Derek's challenges sequencing, um, which would just sort of showed the power of Catelyn, a core set card that has just been a Stark staple forever. Like Fat Cat is one of my favorite cards of all time, but it definitely continues to show the power of core set Catelyn. And then Control Robert also really impressed me. So this was just like two really cool, really interesting players playing really, really well. This was some excellent, excellent high level thrones, and I think highlights the strengths of the World Cup as a format. You know, we get to see some of the best players play cool decks against each other. So well played, Austria. Congratulations, Team USA. I think that puts you now 2 games up over Austria, if I'm what Vac said earlier. So Austrians have got some work ahead of them. Later today, I believe Trey is streaming other games on his channel, and I'll be filling in for Trey when I can. And hopefully, you all enjoyed my commentary with Glazer, and enjoyed this. So please continue to check out World Cup coverage from Trey of Team USA, but also I know Ivan, who's been in chat's been covering games. Rabs, I know, has been covering games, and I think right now is streaming a Spanish tournament. So if you've got Thrones that you want to watch today, that's definitely it. I know Anil has been also streaming games on his channel, which is Mind's Desire. I think is the name of that. What was the name of Trey's channel again, Glazer?
I don't care. This is taking forever. I made up the Trey Songs thing. That's a
Oh,
rapper.
that's
Have a
okay.
great day,
All right,
everybody.
bye everybody.